Welcome to another video from Gweilo 60. Today we're going to be talking about what have I learned in China. And over the last 14 years I've learned a lot, and some of it's good and some of it's bad, but let's go over some of the good stuff to begin with. I've learned that patience is a virtue. In China, when you're in traffic in China, you can get into a traffic jam where you've got people behind you, people on both sides, people in front of you, and nothing's moving. So you just bide your time and you take it easy, and patience is a virtue. You can be standing in lines at the grocery store for 15 minutes. It's not like a grocery store line at Superstore in Prince Albert, Saskatchewan. It's 30 people long, and everybody's got lots of stuff, and everybody has to look at their little bill afterwards to make sure they're not overcharged. Yes, patience is a virtue in China. Another thing that goes along with patience is a virtue is just look the other way. When somebody's going and spitting and stuff like that, just look the other way, because you really don't, especially when you're eating breakfast on the street or something, you really don't want to be watching that. So, you know, turn the other cheek, look the other way, because there's so many people. You're going to have a certain number of pigs on the street, and they act like pigs, and there's nothing you can do about it, so look the other way. Just like anywhere else in the world, weather isn't everything. As you can see today, it's cold. It's 13 degrees Celsius, and this is South China, so weather isn't everything. Some days are cold and wet, some days are so hot you can't handle it. But I've learned just to accept the weather rather than try to hide from it. I know there's a lot of people in China, when it gets too hot outside, they sit under an air conditioner. Well, that's not me. I go out and I play. When it's cold like this and it's rainy, well, I'm out doing videos, because if you hide from the weather, you're going to be hiding all the time. In the winter it's cold and wet, in the summer it's too hot. So what have you got? October, November, where it's really nice, and in the spring, April and May are really nice, but they're very, very humid, so the walls sweat, and you know, you get mildew and stuff, so it's not so nice. So you just can't hide from the weather. You have to accept it here in China. You think finding friends in your own country, Canada, the United States, Britain, where you speak the same language as everybody, you think friends are hard to find there. Well, you come to a place like China where not only is your culture different, but your language is different, the way you think is different, the people are different. So I've found that finding new friends is really difficult in China. Sure, I've got a group of Western friends that I hang out with, and I do have some Chinese friends, but most of those Chinese friends were people that my wife knew before, and I'm not sure whether they're friends or they just put up with me, but finding new friends are difficult. Along with that, what I found is the poorer people in China are the nicest people, the more, I don't know, accepting of the way you are. They're more curious. So I've learned that making friends with poorer people is more rewarding. I know that in China, everybody wants to be friends with the rich people because they can do things for you and stuff like that, but I found the opposite. Maybe I'm just a little strange. I don't know, maybe. One of the neatest things that I've learned about China is you can reinvent yourself here. So whatever you were in your own country, you can change that when you come to China, because nobody knows you. Nobody knows if you're a nice guy or if you're a dick back home. Nobody knows if you've been married 6 times and had 300 children. Nobody knows if you're a cop, you know what I mean? Or, you know, all of these things. Nobody knows what you used to be like in your past life. So when you come here, you've got the chance to sort of change the way you are, what you think. Reinvent yourself. I've learned to actually reinvent myself in China, where I'm not the same person that I was 4 years ago when I moved to China, which is sort of nice, because I was getting tired of that guy. See, another thing that I've learned, that you don't have to have a really nice place to be happy. See, our place on Ho Chi Lu is sort of like going to the cabin in the summertime where you're roughing it a little bit and life is a little bit tougher. You're cooking with gas. You gotta, oh, that's another thing. I've learned to squat instead of sitting on a toilet. Proud of it? Maybe. I don't know. But you see, the house doesn't have to be a nice place. All it has to be is a home. You know, so in Canada, when I lived in Prince Albert, I had a pretty nice place and it was comfortable. You know, big 3 bedrooms, big backyard, big front yard, all of the things that go along with living in Canada. And then I come over here and I'm in a, I don't know, 850 square foot apartment, and I'm happier here than I was in Canada. So it doesn't matter if you live in a nice place or just a regular place. You can be happy in either one. So I've learned to be happy in a place like this. I've learned that I like YouTube. I like making videos. I like talking with my subscribers on my channel. And today I have just over 2,200 subscribers, and I've been doing this about 4 months now. So I'm pretty happy about that. It's one of the things that that makes me happy. Another thing, you have to get used to slow internet here. It's like, remember back in 1995 when they had dial-up internet connection? That's exactly what it is like here, only it's Wi-Fi, but it's as slow as dial-up internet connection. So you've got to get used to the internet. You know, and you can actually, if you're good at making these videos, you can actually live in China on the money that you make on YouTube videos. I didn't think it was possible. I thought the guys in Shenzhen and Huizhou were yanking my chain, but no, you can actually make enough money off these videos to live in China. Scary, eh? Another thing that I've learned in China is to learn to eat foods that I have never even thought of eating before, like duck heads and chicken feet and fatty pork and just, I don't know, there's so many different things that we've been eating here that, and a lot of it I don't even know, innards and things that I just wouldn't even dream of eating before. So I've learned that meat is meat and protein is protein, and you know, just because you know what it is and it's not something that you would have ate before, that it's not bad. A lot of it comes down to the spices and the way it's cooked and stuff. So yeah, I've learned to eat a lot more exotic food since I've moved to China, which is probably a good thing because Canadian food is boring. Roast beef, roast chicken, lasagna, spaghetti, chili, baked potatoes, mashed potatoes, boiled potatoes, potatoes and carrots, you know what I mean? So if you get into a place like China, the vegetables, there's some vegetables, I still don't even know what they're called. You know, the fruits, the different types of meats, the different parts of the animal that you eat. So one of the things I've learned is to try new things, I guess. Try new foods. Another one of the things that I've learned in China is girls are in really, really good shape. And pretty too, piao lang. Girls are in really good shape, and so are guys. But girls are in really good shape here. And you know, they're outgoing, they're happy, they're curious. As you can see, like, I've been standing here for maybe 5 minutes doing videos, and I've been approached by, well, 10 different girls so far. Yes, it makes me feel good. And that's another video from Gweilo 60 on some of the things that I've learned since I've moved to China. And as always, if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, hit that share button. Thanks for watching. Bye now. And girls come up to you on the street and want to take pictures with you, and I'm okay with that. Come on, girls, get in here. See? And I like Chinese girls. Chinese girls are pretty. See,
Thank
she
you.
was the one that's taking the picture. So thank you. I got your picture too. 谢谢. So there you go. Oh, and here we go again. Now, more pictures. I'm always into pictures. And see, this is another thing I like about China is people are so friendly.
Thank you.
Thank you.